It's Mr. Simmons. When I was in middle school, I wanted to be a ski bum, work in a ski resort, and get paid to ski all day, that kind of thing. So that's what I wanted to be when I was in middle school. Wait. Also, I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle.
Hey guys, this is Mrs. Warren. When I was your age, I wanted to be an interior designer.
Okay, when I was younger, I wanted to be a beautician.
When I was a boy, I wanted to do math. It's what I've always wanted to do. I wanted to be an engineer. I ended up doing music before I started teaching, and then I decided I wanted to have summers off and spend time with my family, so I got into teaching.
When I was in middle school, I wanted to be an actor and a performer or a doctor. So I had very different interests.
When I was in middle school, I wanted to be a computer programmer.
Hey, it's Coach Simmons here. When I was in middle school, I wanted to go to law school and be an attorney.
Perfect. Good again.
You know what I wanted to be? So I became a teacher because someone recommended that I would be a good teacher. So that motivated me to become a teacher.
Hey, this is Mr. Moreau. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist when I grew up, but that didn't work out. So then I wanted to be a physical therapist, and I did that for a few years. And then I decided I wanted to be a teacher. So there you go.
Many things. I started off, I wanted to be Roger Staubach, who was the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, but I quickly figured out I couldn't do that. So then I wanted to become a veterinarian. Didn't go there. But I did start to college to be a doctor, but I changed halfway through because I just love teaching kids and coaching kids. So I coached for a long time and taught for a long time, and now I'm an administrator and your principal and love every minute.
Hi, this is Miss Brandon, aka Miss Pittsburgh, aka Miss C. When I was in middle school, I wanted to be a vet, but then I realized I don't like animals except for dogs.
Hey y'all, I'm Miss Bannister, and when I was in middle school, I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Hi, so I'm Coach Pisana, and when I was in middle school, I thought I wanted to own my own business. The reason why was I knew I didn't want to work for anybody else, just work for myself.
Hi, so I'm Coach Pisana, and when I was in middle school, I thought I wanted to own my own business. The reason why was I knew I didn't want to work for anybody else, just work for myself.
Hey, this is Coach O'Pry, and when I was in middle school, I really wanted to be a professional baseball player.
I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was little because I loved animals, but I found out I didn't love science so much.
Hi, it's Miss Lay, and ever since I was in middle school, I wanted to work with kids, whether that was being in a church or being in school, and here I am. So.
Hi, I'm Miss Manning. I teach 7th and 8th grade math block. When I was younger, I wanted to be a lawyer when I grew up.
In middle school, I wanted to be a veterinarian. As I got a little bit older, I wanted to be a photographer. So when people ask me what I want to be when I grow up, I tell them I want to be a photographer.
When I was in middle school, I wanted to be a Hollywood star. I wanted to move to California and just have my own show and be in Disney and just be basically like the Hannah Montana but Puerto Rican version.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Cabano, and in middle school I wanted to be a lawyer because I love to argue.
Am I live now? Yeah. Hi. Do you want to ask
me, Mr. Nelson? Although
Hey, it's Mr. Nelson. When I was growing up, I actually wanted to be an NBA player, but turns out you have to be able to jump, and that's not really my forte. So then I wanted to be a doctor, but then you have to be around sick people and gross stuff all the time, and I'm not really about that life either. So I decided I wanted to be a dentist, but then I found out. Go. Just kidding. All right. Yes. So when I got to be in college, I got to thinking about what I wanted to do with my life, and I realized that I loved working with athletes, and I also realized that I like teaching other people. So I thought, what better thing to do than to be a teacher and a coach? I mean, we got two birds, one stone. Cha-ching.
Here in this classroom with my kids. And then in middle school, guys, I really want to become a marine biologist until I got to biology and realized, nope, not for me. So, big.
Okay, hi, my name is Miss Virgo. I've always known since middle school that I wanted to work with children.
Hi, I'm Miss Good, and I wanted to be a drummer for a rock band in middle school.
And that's why she's your math teacher now.
Hi, it's Miss Moreau. When I was younger, I wanted to be a race car driver.
Hi, it's Miss Ridley, and when I was in middle school, I wanted to be a flight attendant.
So I started school doing nursing, and I went through 2 years of college and then decided I would do my lifelong dream of being a teacher.
Hey, Richland Middle School student. So before I became an art teacher, I wanted to become a veterinarian. And then I went to college and decided that that was not for me, and I loved art way too much. So that's my story.
Hi, so when I was in middle school, I really wanted to be a lawyer. I thought it was really cool to wear, pantsuits and go up and argue in front of the judge, and I wanted to move to Seattle to have that.
Hi, I'm Ms. Mulligan, and I wanted to be an author or a lawyer.
Hi, I'm Miss Fisher, and I always wanted to be a teacher.
When I was younger, in middle school and high school, and at the beginning of college, I didn't know what I wanted to be. So I just went to college and kind of explored lots of different classes.
Before I was a teacher, I was actually right after college a flight attendant for a few years for American Airlines.
Hi, my name is Miss Silva, and when I was in 7th grade, I wanted to be a registered nurse. But it wasn't until I found out that I'm really afraid of blood and I faint in front of blood that I decided I needed to change my major and my career goals. So I started working.
Hey guys, it's Miss Dennis, and while I love being a teacher and I know it's what I'm supposed to be doing, I used to want to be a lawyer, but when I was little, I wanted to be an astronaut. I was a little obsessed with Neil Armstrong and wanted to walk in his footsteps on the moon.
Hi guys, when I was in middle school, I wanted to be a teacher, but I also wanted to be a veterinarian, but I didn't want to go to school that long.
Now? Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Miss Weir. When I was little, or about your age, I wanted to be either first woman president or a race car driver.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Pearl. In 10th grade, Brave New World History, I actually had the opportunity to teach the class about ancient Rome, and that was the moment I knew I wanted to be a teacher. As far as what did I do before becoming a teacher?
I wanted to be. That's too loud.
That's perfect. Do it again.
You know what I wanted to be? So I became a teacher because someone recommended that I would be a good teacher. So that motivated me to become a teacher.
I'm Coach Bryant, and when I was in middle school, I want to be a professional baseball player. But
3. Hi, I'm Miss Stewart, and I wanted to be an architect when I was in middle school.
Hi, my name is Miss Acevedo, and believe it or not, when I was in middle school, my dream job, it was to be a mortician.
Okay, hey y'all, it's Miss Bowles. When I was your age, I wanted to be an archaeologist or like a family doctor, but college is hard, so those got knocked out pretty quick, and here I am, educating the youth of America.
Yeah? Okay. I'm Miss Mahon.
I'm Miss Pogue.
And
we wanted to be Radio City Rockettes.
Go.
Hi, it's Mr. Rivera. When I was your age, I wanted to be the warden of a prison because that's what my uncle did, and I thought it was a really cool job.
Hi, it's Miss Estrada, the attendance clerk at Richland Middle. And as I was growing up, I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher. Didn't have a chance to go to school, But guess what? It's never too late, and I'm starting this January, going back to college to one day become a teacher.
Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Cater. When I was in middle school, I wanted to be...
Okay, so when I was a kid, when I was gonna grow up, what I wanted to do is I wanted to actually be a band promoter, or I wanted to write. I wanted to be a journalist for Rolling Stone magazine. And so, no, teaching wasn't my first, but I always planned on teaching if I wanted to, if it didn't work out.
Hey, it's Mr. Krause. When I was in middle school, I knew I wanted to be in music of some sort.
Hi guys, it's me, Miss Poston. When I was a middle schooler, I always loved working with people, and I knew right away that I wanted to work with kids when I was a grown-up. So I chose to either become a nurse or to go into counseling. So as school went on and I became a high school student, a lot of friends started talking to me a lot, and they started calling me Miss Counselor. So I guess I just at that time determined that I was going to be a counselor, and I've loved it ever since, and I don't have one regret about it.
When I was in middle school, my dream was to become a famous pop star singer.
Hi, I'm Miss Mata. When I was in middle school, I wanted to be a psychologist.
Hello, I'm Mr. Pilot. When I was in middle school, I wanted to be either a game warden or a wildlife biologist.
Hi, it's me, Miss Jones, and when I was in middle school, I wanted to be a lawyer and a mortician because I had a crazy thing about going to our local funeral home and touring the funeral home. So I did end up doing that.
When I was little, I wanted to be a pediatrician until I took biology my freshman year of high school, and then I wanted to be an interior designer.
When I was growing up, I wanted to be a politician.
After high school, I got involved in the restaurant industry. I was a chef for 12 years and a teacher for another 15 before I became an academic coach for the last 4. So I had a lot of different ideas, and none of what I thought I was going to be doing did I actually get to do once I left school.
Robert, whenever you're ready.
I didn't become a teacher till I became a teacher a little bit later in life, and then a librarian. Before that, I worked in department stores, and I was a department manager for Foley's. I worked in retail for 14 years before I went back to college to become a teacher. Did teaching for 15 years, got my master's, and became a librarian.
So I was home for 17 years, and then I thought, you know what, I can still go to college. And I always wanted to be a teacher, so I started going to college. And it took me a long time, but I finally finished. And
So before I started teaching, I actually worked at an inner city ministry with middle school and elementary kids, working on learning how to read. And it didn't.
Then after high school, I got a job being a teller at a bank. And I thought that I was making the real money there, so I stopped going to college. But a year later, I realized that I needed my college degree, so I went back to school. After that, I got my degree in finance. And that
actually in high school, I don't know if some of you might know, I was in a rock and roll band. I was a guitarist and a background. I sang too. But before that, I was a semi-professional skateboarder. And I'm not sure that many people know that, but I used to compete a lot. Anyway, that's me.
Hi, I'm Miss Ortiz, and before I worked here at Richland Middle School, I worked at a family clinic.
Hi, I'm Miss Salisbury. I went to law school and I was a lawyer for 3 years in California before moving to Texas, and I started subbing and I realized I like teaching much better, and so now I'm a teacher. Yay!
And my job was to do microfilming. You're probably going like, what is microfilming? Microfilming was an old time, it was about the size of a copier machine, and you fed papers into this machine and it would take copies of it. It's kind of like, and then you could go scan, like if you go to the library and look up old copies of material, like old newspapers and stuff like that, that's what microfilm is.